Hello and most welcome to Vision Spoken English. In this video, you're gonna understand the communication skill. Because if you want to understand English, English is a part of communication skill. You're gonna understand about communication skill. So let's begin with it. First slide that I have made for you. You can see here communication is a series of experience of hearing, smell, seeing, taste, and touch. Like you all know that we are having just five sense organs, and by using that we inhale information which is staying in this universe. Just like if someone is walking around you, you'll be able to listen to that sound, and this is also a communication because he's telling you that he's walking, but he's not telling you by his mouth, but still you're understanding that he's walking. So communication can be a series of experience, like you experience while hearing, smelling, seeing, tasting, and as touching. Okay, by using these sense organs, we inhale outer information to our body. Next slide is about communication skill. If we want to give a definition of communication skills, and what will we say? We're gonna say that communication skill is ability to use language to express information. Because when it comes to communication skill, you are using this skill to tell someone about anything. Okay, just like a person is standing at this place, and the other one is standing at this place. Just think about the situation when we didn't have any language. So what would be happen? This person would say then he would understand, oh, he needs food. So did you understand, when he is not saying he needs food, still he is getting that he needs food? How did he understand? He must be using his hands or saying something like he's just, if he would make any gesture, then this person would understand that, oh, he needs food. Okay, so this is also a communication skill. So why using communication skill, you just tell someone about something, you just express your information, and that's all. There's nothing more than that. Effective communication skill are the critical elements of your career and personal lives. Just look at the personality who is having, name, fame, and everything. Okay, their communication skill is amazing. When it comes to top most successful businessman or any person who is successful at this time, definitely his communication skill will be much more higher or greater than us, because yeah, that's the point. Next one is why do we communicate? What is the goal of communication? When we talk to someone, what is the reason behind that? First reason that this slide is telling you is to change behavior. When we want to change someone's behavior or anyone's behavior, we tell him to change that, and without telling him you can't do anything. Okay, by using communication skill, you can tell something to someone, and that's all, to get action. If you want someone to do something, then definitely you will use this skill to tell him what he needs to do, and if he is ready to do that, then he would do this. Either he can be say no. Next one is to ensure understanding. You can use your communication skill to ensure understanding. Now you will say, for ensure understanding, we can just hear that. We don't have to communicate to ensure that I'm listening to you. Yes, we do that. Okay, to ensure that you're understanding, you use your head gesture, just like yeah, that's right. Oh, that's correct. Yeah, exactly. Okay, you're using communication skill to ensure what is he saying, and are you getting that or not? Okay, so exactly, like, there are many more goals of communication. Next one is most common ways to communicate. How do we communicate? We are having languages, but this is not just language which is helping us to communicate. There are many things that we do. Okay, other than speaking, we write to someone to tell something, and to say something. We also use visual image to in front of anyone to say something. Just like if you're if you're wanting someone to do something, then definitely you can show a picture, and he will understand that what he needs to do. Next one is body language. It is also important. You just put your hands up, and you just move that, then the person who is in front of you will understand he is calling me. Just like you just put your hand like this, and just like this, and you say, hey, come here. Sometimes here and here, you just move it just like this, okay? Then the person who is looking at you will understand that he needs my help, or he is calling me, or something like that. Okay, now I'm sure you're getting me. Visual image is an image which you can use to tell something what he needs to do. Writing, if you know very well that writing is formal way to communicate. When I need a leave from my job or from my school, so definitely I'm not gonna speak anything. No. Rather than speaking, I will use writing, because it's more powerful, it's more humble or formal, just like that. So it's important. Like, writing is extremely important in communication. It's really, really important. Next slide, you're gonna understand about types of communication. How do we communicate, and what are the types of communication? First is on the basis of organizational relationship. There are just two types of communication. First is formal, and second one is informal. What does it mean by formal and informal? Formal means a communication which is done by you with a person who is authority, or to your office, or from your school. So it's formal. If when you do formal communication, then you take care of grammatical mistake, you take care of body language, you take care of your smile and hand gestures. It's really important. When it comes to informal communication, so that's not a big deal. It's really normal. You can use, hey, just tell me one thing. When you want to tell your boss that, boss, just come here, will you say this, or will you use your hand just like this? Will you use your hand like this? Hey, boss, come here. No, you can't use your hand. It's really important to say that thing, because using hand for telling someone to do something is informal. But if it comes to formal, you can write a letter, or you can directly say this thing to someone. Okay, so just like what are the differences between formal and informal communication, you can understand by a few examples. Just like, hey, I will come tomorrow. This is informal. I'll come tomorrow. This is informal. Hey, I will arrive next day. It's formal. Just listen carefully. I'll come tomorrow. I'll come tomorrow. I'll come tomorrow. But when it comes to informal, that was informal. Okay. When if it comes to formal, then you say, hey, I will. No, you can't use hey. Hey dear, I will arrive next day, okay? Do you have any problem? Just listen to it. It's really amazing. So, formal means you take care of every grammar or body language or hand gesture, head gesture, or everything, vocabulary. So, it's really important. If it comes to this is unnecessary. Next one is on the basis of expression, you use three types. Okay, first one is oral. When you want to express a language to someone, what do we do? First, we can use oral. Oral means when you say something by using your mouth is oral. When it comes to written means you use a paper or a pen to write something, or that is written. If it comes to gesture means you don't say anything, you don't write anything, you just go behind someone and use your hand or your head to say something. Just like if you want to say that, hey, I'm having headache. Having a headache. How will you say? You can say, hey, I'm having a headache. But rather than saying this, you can put your hands on your head and you can, say like, this is a gesture. This is expression. Okay. By using this expression, you can tell someone that you are having pain on your head. It means you're having a headache. So there are several barriers of communication. That is not important. Next one is semantic barriers. Next one is semantic barriers. It's not important. Emotional and psychological barriers. No, it's not important. Organization barriers not important. Personal barrier is not important. Communication process is important. When it comes to communication process, communication is the process of sending and receiving information among people. Just think about the situation when we were living in jungle and we were not communicating to anyone. We were using hand gestures or our mouth, but we were not saying anything because we were unaware of any language. We didn't have any language. It was slowly, we were discovering this. It took a long time to discover a language, and there are several places where new language got discovered just with the help of us. So by using communication process, what do we do? Communication is the process of sending and receiving information among people. Just think about the situation when you don't know any language and the person who is in front of you does not know any language. How will you communicate? You can use your hand or your body or any gesture or expression, that's all. You can't even do anything. Okay, so it's really important to have a language, and we are really grateful that we are having a society where everyone is speaking a language and everyone is shifting at a language, okay, which is English. And I'm trying to help you with that. So let's go ahead with it. When a person says something, when a person says something can be said as sender, because he is sending something, so he can be known as a sender. Okay, because he is sending something. So when he sends something here, and the person who is listening, and before listening there is a noise, okay, it can be a problem. Okay, this is our first problem in our communication. So your information is coming, is just going, and just between that there is a problem, which is noise. And after completing this after having this stuff, this information goes to receiver like this. Okay, now information has been gotten by receiver. Now receiver will understand what did you say. Okay, receiver is going to understand what did you say, and after listening to that, receiver will try to understand, and after understanding he will find an answer or the information that can be processed according to your communication. Okay, according to your communication, the new process will be found, and after that it will be a feedback for you. Yes, it will be a feedback for you because it came just because of your communications. Okay, so it was the process of communication. When you say something, listen carefully. When you say something, it goes after having a problem of noise. After completing this process, the receiver listens to you, and after receiving the information, he sends his information to you as your feedback. Just like when you are saying, hey idiot, do you work properly? It came here and there, and there was a noise because there are so many vehicles which is just they're driving at the road. And after completing this step, it came to the receiver, and after listening, receiver will listen. Hey idiot, do you work properly? What are you doing? And when he got to know, then he will send a message to you, just like, I'm doing my work, just mind your own business. It will be a feedback for you. Okay, very well, in our house when we say something to our brother or sister, we get instant feedback. Okay, sometimes it's awkward, but we get that in reality. Okay, so communication code scheme, just understand this. What happens when you're saying any word, what our brain does is it just tries to find the related image in your mind. First of all, just try to understand one thing, that your mind cannot just understand, your mind cannot create any text. It can only create image, and even image cannot be created by mind. When you see something, okay, when you see something, after looking at that, this will be saved in your mind. and after when you need to see that image, you will just have to listen to the word, and suddenly after listening to the word, your mind will start processing, and after processing, the related image that you're talking about will come to your mind, and your mind will understand what the sender is trying to say. Okay, it's quite complicated, not much, but when you'll focus on it, it will be easy for you to understand. Just try to understand. This person is saying something. Just watch this. This person is saying something, and after when he is saying something, this is just going to from his mouth to his ears. When he is saying tree, he is saying tree, but he means this tree. He can say this, he cannot say this thing, okay, because it cannot be said, it's animals. When he's talking about tree, he will say tree, okay, and when this information will be provided by this person to this person will understand that, oh, he wants to say tree, okay. So the mind will not say this tree, okay, this is unusual. Your mind will process this tree. Did you get it? It's so easy. So communication code scheme works like this. Next one is communication involves three components: verbal messages, para-verbal messages, and non-verbal messages. Let's understand communication involves three components. Now let's understand all of them. First is verbal message. Verbal message means the word that we choose, when the vocabularies or meanings that we choose to while doing communication is known as verbal message. Just like I used hey, will you help me? It was informal. Hey, can you please assist me? It was formal. So I have chosen the two types of words, okay, at the same place, but it was different from each other. So this is verbal message. But the way how you say something is known as paraverbal message. What is paraverbal message? It means, oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's yeah, that's cool. Okay, that's cool. So it was the way how I said that's cool in different ways. It is my paraverbal message, and non-verbal message. It means it's our body language. When you say something, you use your body according to the word that you're using right now. When you say, "Can you help me?" Just look at your face. How you say that? Do you say like this? Hey, can you help me? Can you help me? No, you don't say like this. You say, hey, can you please help me? Just look, I'm having a smile on my face. So it is non-verbal message because you are using your body language at the place. So rest of them will be discussed in next video. So for today, it was all that I made. Thank you so much for having this video. Thank you so much for watching and learning the meaning of language with me. I just tried to make it simple for you, and thank you so much for subscribing this channel for more videos, and have a great day.